Good afternoon, my wonderful students, and welcome to Mrs. Falk's video tutorial of how we can make a graph on our computer. I'm going to be showing you the basics of what I'm going to be teaching you in the teacher-directed station when you get a chance to come to me. So this video is just a little preview of how we're going to be putting together our graph on our laptops. So to do our graphs, we're going to be using PowerPoint. Some of you may have used PowerPoint before, but if not, no worries, I'm going to walk you through it. For your PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to give you a template. That means it's partially done for you. So awesome, you have less work to worry about. So when I open it for you or show you where it is on your laptop, you're going to open it and it's going to look something like this. The first thing you're going to do is go to the first page and select your survey where it says type your survey question here. And you're going to type in your survey question. If you remember, my survey was about superpowers. Whoops. You can always fix your mistakes. Then where it says your name here, you're going to type your name. So I'm going to type Mrs. Falk. But of course, you type your name. Now our title slide is done. Click to slide number 2 and you'll see again where I'm going to type my survey question. This allows us to know when we look at the slide exactly what the data is that we're looking at. Now, in order to put in our categories, I'm going to go to each of these things and I'm going to click on them. Now, if I want to erase them, there's lots of ways I can do that, but the quickest way I can do it is by triple clicking. 1, 2, 3, and suddenly the whole thing is highlighted. Then I can just start typing and it will delete the original word category 1 and put my category in there. My first category was invisibility. Triple click. My second category was flying. Triple click. My third category was freeze breath. And triple click, and my last category, invincibility. The next thing you're going to do is use your stylus to draw some tally marks on your screen. Now I don't have a stylus on my computer, so I'm just going to pause for a minute, insert my tally marks, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back and you can see I have my tally marks in my chart. So first I have 8 here for invisibility, and 5 for flying, and 4 for freeze breath, and I have 6 for invincibility. So as you can remember, those are the data points that we collected in our survey. So you're going to fill in yours just like this. Now, in order to not have to type the title in on the next page, we're going to select the title, including that question mark, and we're going to click on copy. Then we're going to come over to slide 3, which has the template or the basic look of your bar graph, and we're going to select where it says type the survey question here, and we're just going to click paste. And it's going to replace it with your survey question and you won't even have to type it. Now, if you take a look at this basic bar graph, this has nothing to do with your data. So it just has category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4, and it also has a random sampling. So you can see this one goes all the way up to 20. So what I'm going to do to change this to my data is I'm going to click on the chart. Then I'm going to go up to where it says design here, and I'm going to click on that. Over here on the right, it says edit data, and I'm going to click on that little chart. Might take a moment up, and it's going to pop up this little tiny database. And I'm going to enter my information. So yes, again, I've got to title my categories. My first category, as you remember, was invisibility. My second category was flying. My third category is freeze breath. And my fourth category was invincibility. And as you can notice, my 4 category titles down here have changed to match it. Now I'm going to change my data, which I can look at over here or on the paper in front of me, or if I really need to, I can click on this and I can see it while I'm typing. So for invisibility I had 8, for flying I had 5, for freeze breath I had 4, and for invincibility I had 6. So then I can click back on my bar graph and I can see, all my data has changed and we're ready to go. So I'm going to click this and close it out. So now we see I have a title up here, I have a title on the side, but look, at the bottom I need a title down here. So where it says type category name here, I'm going to triple click and I'm going to type the category name, which for me would be superpowers. Okay? Great. And if this pops up on the side, I can just close it back down. So now that's done. This chart is great. It shows us exactly what we need to know. The next thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to make it into a different kind of chart. And I don't want to have to retype all that data in. So I'm just going to right click on slide 3 over here in the preview mode, and I'm going to click on duplicate slide. Duplicate is a fancy word for copy or make another one. So now I have 2 of the same, and I'm clicked onto slide number 4. So again, I'm going to click my graph and I'm going to go up to design, but in this time, instead of changing the data, I'm going to change the chart type. Now I'm going to move from a column graph, which is what we're in now, to what they call a bar graph, which is just kind of a sideways column graph. Then I'm going to click OK. So now you can see I have my same data, only sideways. All of my labels are the same. They've just moved from one place to another. Now in order to make this into a pictograph, I need a picture. So I'm going to make sure I'm not clicked on anything. There we go. And I'm going to go up to Insert, and I'm going to click on Icons. PowerPoint has a huge amount of little pictures that you can use for your pictograph. People, technology, things having to do with education, the arts, emojis, nature, food, weather, vehicles, sports, anything you can think of pretty much. And you're going to pick one picture for all of your parts of your pictograph. So for my superpowers one, I am going to choose just a simple star. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to click on Insert. And there it is. I'm going to move my star over here, and then I'm going to go up. I'm going to click Insert, insert a text box right next to it, so I can write what my scale is. So I'm going to type equals 2, because I'm going to use a scale of 2 for my pictograph. Now I'm going to select my icon and I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to click on the bar. Now if you can see, all the bars now have these little blue dots in the corner of them. That's a sign that you're ready for your next step, which is just to click Paste. Now if you take a look at these bars, it just took one of each and it stretched it all the way across, which isn't going to really help us as a pictograph. So we have to fix it. So we're going to go to one of our bars and we're going to right click. And where it says Format Data Series, down here toward the bottom, we're going to click that. And a little bar is going to open up to your side here. And you're going to click this paint bucket, which has to do with how those bars are filled in. Since it's a pictograph, we need to scale it, just like we've been talking about. So you're going to pick Stack and Scale. And I am going to pick a scale of 2 to match what I wrote up here. So I'm going to pick the scale of 2 and I'm going to press Enter. And as you can see, now I have a scale of 2. So for invisibility, which was my category 1, I have 8. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. For flying, I have 2, 4, 5. For freeze breath, I have 2, 4. And for invincibility, I have 2, 4, 6, 7. And that's my data. Okay? So you can see if these stars looked a little stretched out to me, I could even take the side here. I could pull it in to make them look a little bit squarer, like the original star. But that's really just a taste issue, if you like it that way. So that's how I make a pictograph. Now if you wanted to make a pie chart, just to see what that would look like, it's not very difficult. First thing you're going to want to do is click back on slide 3, which is your bar graph. Right click on slide 3 and click duplicate slide. Remember, that makes you a copy. So you can see now you have 2 of that one. So you're going to click on a chart, click design, change chart type, and click pie graph. Gives you a little preview of what it's going to look like. Then press OK. There's your pie graph. Now, as it was pointed out yesterday, you don't really have much information when you're looking at just a circle. So you click on this plus over here in the corner, which changes your chart elements. And we're going to add data labels, which shows us how many of each one. And we're going to add a legend, which shows you what each one means. And there you have it. There is our pie graph of our superpowers. 8 with invisibility, 5 with flying, 4 with freeze breath, and 7 with invincibility again. So as you can see, making that pie chart was really easy. And now you have a lovely PowerPoint presentation. If you wanted to see the whole PowerPoint presentation and what it looks like, so you could show somebody all of your data, go up to the top here and click on the Present button. Now you can see, here's my title page with my question and my name and the date. If I click the next arrow, it shows the tally chart with the data in it. If I click again, now it shows the bar graph. Very easily readable. Click one more time and we're going to see the pie chart. And it's labeled with both the data numbers and also the key that shows us what the information is. Click one more time and now we have our pictogram with your lovely picture and your key of 2. Click one more time and that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this little preview of what we're going to be doing in class, and I hope it gets you excited about what is next for you. Thanks for joining me.